I'm going to do a soft gray and brown eye, just a nice, not terribly natural day look, but just a one that draws you in without too much effort. I'm going to be using this Gemma Kid Makeup School palette that I got from Space NK. She's got some lovely things here, a nice primer, a blush, and your highlighter, your gray tones. This is great in the crease, and then your darker tones to use as liners, and you can use those wet or dry. And it comes with a mirror, as you can see. So it's a nice little palette. You get some brushes. Brushes are really important, so I'd only use these kind of little travel brushy things that are coming in these if I'm out and about and I needed to and I took this palette with me. Otherwise, I'm going to use my proper brushes, because there's nothing that is more frustrating than trying to do a good job with the wrong tool. And a lot of times these little travel tools, they're not the best. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our puffy brush. This is my Sonia Kashuk from Target. It's my favorite one for my highlighter. I'm going to put it in the highlighter color and load the brush up, and then I'm going to put that under the brow and in the crease and in the corners for me, because I have a very tight area here, so I want to bring that out a little bit. So nice dusting all over top to bottom on the lid. There we are. Then I'm going to take a little bit smaller brush, which this one happens to be brush number 6 from Trish McAvoy. Again, you don't have to spend a fortune on brushes. I'm just talking about shapes and sizes. So this is a nice shape for getting here into the crease. Okay. Again, I'm not going to overload with powder because I don't want it going everywhere. But now I'm going to go into this nice taupey color that's just underneath the highlighter. It's a great color for in the crease. So here I go into the crease. And notice I'm not getting anything on the lid. The lid stays light. It's just the crease. And again, on this side, in the crease. And when I blend that, I'm going to blend upwards. When I know that I don't have hardly any left on my brush, I'm going to use the same brush and I'm just going to start blending, blending, blending upwards. Okay? Never blending down, because I want that lid to stay nice and light so it pops. So you can start to see we're getting a little bit of definition now without being heavy. You don't need to use dark colors. It's easier to blend if you use soft colors. So when you're starting to practice, always practice with a lighter color first, not so dark, and then you can always build up. Next, a little bit smaller brush again. So this is a little bit of a roundy brush, and this is a Trish McAvoy number 9. And I'm going to take that same color that I used in my crease. I'm just going to put that under my eye here. But I need the smaller brush. If I used a big fat brush, I would start to look like I had black eyes. So I need a small brush. Don't overload the brush, because again you'll get a lot of excess going under your eyes, and you don't want that. If you do get too much too low, the best way to correct it is to take a medium concealer brush, pop it in a little bit of your foundation or your under eye concealer, and then just clean up the line. If you ever get, I always keep Q-tips in my vanity ready to use. If I ever get like a big smudge, then I use a Q-tip and I will rub that off. Then I can always go on top of that with a little bit of foundation or concealer if I need to. Okay, so next we're going to do the liner. For the liner, I'm going to use my angled brush. Do you see how it looks like somebody bent it? Well, it just makes it so easy, and it's a nice thin brush. And this one, I think, is another Sonia Kashuk from Target. And now I'm going to dip into the brown. And I'm going to follow the line this way. So I'm going to hold my hand so it makes it easy, so that the brush is already in this direction. You can go this way, or you can go this way. I always prefer to go in to out. I find it much easier. So I'm going to get underneath my eyelashes, and I'm just going to very gently pull out to the corner. Pulling out, following the line. And again, you can always build up. You don't have to start heavy and then try and correct. And if you're just starting, it's always easier to go lighter to darker rather than making big, dark, blotchy things and then making a mistake. Now I'm going to also do a little bit just on the half part of my eye. I don't have very big lids, so I'm not going to go all the way to here because it makes my eyes look too small. If you have very large lids, meaning from here to here on your eyes, then you can go all the way from one side to the other and it looks really nice. For me, it closes my eye down. So I only go halfway, which means from the middle of the black of my eye when I'm looking straight forward, middle of my eye, that's where I start, and I just do a very gentle little swoop. And that's all you need. That's it. Now I go straight to mascara. This time I'm using Voluminous Million Lashes, but I think everybody by now knows my favorite is the CoverGirl, which is only available in America, but this is one I'm using because it's available in the UK. And it's yeah, it's the Voluminous Million Lashes. And I'm not going to put a lot on because, again, it's daytime. I'm just going to get a nice coverage. Twit, 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 and then twit, twit, twit in there. Again, if I got a big blob of mascara, or when I blinked, my upper lashes touched my lid, I would just take my handy-dandy Q-tip and I would just remove it and then do any blending that I needed with my makeup brush again. But usually, the Q-tip is enough. And there we have it. Quick, easy, fresh, ready to go out the door. Enjoy.